So it looks like there's a lot going on right now in Joe Biden's world. It looks like yesterday a coordinated attack by the left-wing media outlets has begun on him, which to some extent surprised me. I know some people aren't surprised. I'm surprised in that I thought maybe they were seeing him as, I wouldn't say savior, but the backup plan. If the Booker, Warren, Kamala Harris group just continues to go into AOC Crazyville, Biden was going to be like the backup plan, and they would hold their nose at how old he is and the fact that he's a white male and all the gaffes he's made over the years and all the weird pictures of him touching women, and they'd hold their nose and keep him in, and then maybe if one of the crazies started to emerge as possibly beating Trump, then they would flush Biden down the toilet. But it looks like they're flushing Biden down the toilet as we speak, like this weekend, to get rid of him. You see the story, there's a story about the woman in Nevada who says Biden kissed her in the back of the neck and it made her feel very uncomfortable. There probably will be more that come out. It's probably coordinated. They've probably been sitting on it like they always do. But let's think about this in the context of justice and what's real and the Kavanaugh situation. And what I mean by that is this. There's in the Biden situation, there's really going to be two different groups. There's the first one's emerging of this woman in Nevada who says Biden did this. And to what I've read so far, there's no witnesses, which is a big deal. So in that extent, I see another Kavanaugh situation. And yes, I know Biden's a Democrat and he's a progressive, and it's, if you're right-leaning, it's more fun to pile on him. But somebody has to have some sober thought in this country and some attention towards what's true and real justice. Like, like the justice, the symbol of justice is the woman with the blindfold. It's like, I don't care about their politics. I just want to know what's real. So there's the woman in Nevada. As of right now, there's no witnesses. And that's starting what will probably be the avalanche against Biden. Now, there's lots of pictures and videos over Biden's career of just weird, creepy stuff he's done to women. Now, the question is, if none of those women admit they had a problem with it at the time, is he in trouble? And that's a whole different story, because there's the radical feminazis who will still probably use those pictures, especially if they're fans of Warren or Kirsten Gillibrand or Kamala Harris, to use that against Biden, even if the women who he was touching didn't seem to have a problem at the time. Or there could be women who were in those pictures and being touched, and now they'll come forward and say, yeah, I felt very uncomfortable at the time. And then he'll really unravel. So I'm really trying to show restraint with this. And in the end, my gut feeling is, yes, this will be Biden's demise. He has gone too far with the touchy-feely stuff over his political career. He's gotten away with a lot of stuff that no white male Republican would ever get away with. But that being said, I really think it's so important for conservatives to show restraint, to show what real, objective, truth-seeking thinking looks like in the age of Kavanaugh, and in the age, more importantly, or I should say just as importantly, of social justice, which is not justice at all. It's identity, politics, wealth redistribution, emotional knee-jerk reaction, garbage. And as society continues to go that route, and the left pushes that route, mainly through Hollywood and the academic institutions, it's more important than ever for people who, even though they don't live up to the principle of restraint perfectly, to still fight for it, even if it's an opposing member of a political party. So I just want to get that out there. But again, I think this is the end of Biden. More women will come forward. There will be women who come forward, and there probably will be witnesses. But I, like many of you, I'm just so sensitive after the Kavanaugh thing to the whole a white male with a target on him, easiest way to knock him out is to go the woman thing, especially when there's no witnesses. In a Kavanaugh situation, there's no pattern. Now, Biden, there's a pattern, and I milk the pattern thing big time in the Kavanaugh situation. As I told so many people, and I wasn't the only one saying this, there is no such thing as some guy having a healthy marriage, healthy kids, career where no one complains about him being a creep for what, 20, 30 years? And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he's the guy who's putting roofies in the punch bowl and molesting women. It never works that way. Never. And so, again, I'm just keeping an eye on this. But my gut feeling is yes. No. Biden is not being Kavanaugh. Women are going to come forward. There's going to be witnesses. There's going to be pictures. There's going to be videos. And it will be the end of him. And then it'll be interesting to see who reemerges now that President-elect Michael Avenatti is gone and Biden is gone. Will a Howard Schultz, Kasich, Larry Hogan type emerge who's seen by a big chunk of this country as the sane one who is going to save the country from Trump on this side and the crazy Democrats on this side? So we'll have to see how that plays out. But yeah, I think this is the end of Biden.